It's been a long time since I saw people this excited about a Shiba Inu coin. Also, I believe it has something to do with the Shiba Inu coin, worth $8.2 billion that was sent to the burn address yesterday. Actually, in case you guys didn't know, we already have another I-50,000 worth of Shiba Inu coin that will be burned today. The team has made it so that I don't know what time they will press the button. It burns, and I'll talk more about that in this film. They could click the button before or after this video goes live, but right now, there are deals on Shibarium that are blowing my mind. They are spending a lot of money to make coins, so I don't think they will be able to keep up this level of minting for long. Let's talk about Shiba Inu coin burns on Shibarium. If you're interested, now let's begin. Hey everyone, I want 2023 to be the best year ever. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Guys, I'm gonna jump right in and talk about these burns because these numbers are so big. I know you guys watched the video, but yesterday, the Shiba Inu coin team, or should I say the ecosystem team, set off the Shibarium's burn and sent $75,000 to the burn wallet. That's amazing, and those deals keep going. We're losing about $5 every 5 seconds right now. We're using up $1 every second, which I think is amazing. But I'm going to talk about why we might not be able to keep up this level of deals for long. We haven't seen another burn since yesterday, at least not at the time I'm writing this, but we have already saved up another $50,000 to email to that burn wallet again. The environment team can start the burn at any time. Let me know if you know anything about the SHIB coin and what's going on with Shibarium. It was said that the ecosystem team would give us a burn address where community members could go and click the burn button by hand once we had $25,000 in bone. That's not going to happen anymore. Also, they said they would give us some way to keep track of these things. Also, I'll say this, I'm not sure if they would have pressed the burn button if SHIB Burn wasn't doing such a great job of keeping track of all the bone that had built up. No one in the Shiba Inu coin community would have known that Shibarium had gathered any bones to burn if SHIB Burn hadn't had his tracker out there. So a big shout out and thank you to SHIB Burn for running these nodes, doing this work, and keeping the community up to date in a way that the ecosystem team wouldn't. So Shaitoshi, Lucy, and anyone else watching this movie right now, get your act together, make a tracker, and be honest with the community. The question still stands. Would you have burned that SHIB if we didn't know it was there to burn? You'll never be able to answer it. I'm not going to read this whole blog, though. Let's move on quickly. You should go read the blog for yourself if you're interested. It does, however, talk about moving from the Gorelli network to this other network for the PuppyNet Sepolia, which is the PuppyNet testnet for Shibarium. This will help make everything better for Shibarium. I'd like to talk about how to change tokenomics and the way Shibarium burns, though, because big changes are on the way. This is straight from the SHIB token blog. It tells the Shibarium burn process that it's a new day. Shibarium is adding a new way to burn tokens that will change the way the network works economically. This mechanism is meant to carefully lower the number of tokens available. This could raise the value of the token and help its ecosystem. Guys, I'm not laughing out loud because 3 or 4 months ago, when I asked about Shibarium burns, there was an instant block. Shibarium burns were what I asked about. A shadow cat label right away. People call you a liar if you ask about Shibarium burns because you only spread fear, doubt, and confusion. As of now, the ecosystem team is finally ready to accept that burns are an important strategy that could make the Shibarium of the Shiba Inu coin ecosystem more valuable and useful. Seeing how their story changes in just a couple of months is almost impossible to handle. There will be stupid people who think they always thought this way. You guys know the truth, which is good. Different stages of the burn process. Phase by hand. We should be able to reach the burn button from this point on. Look at where we are now. At first, the official deployer wallet will handle the burn process by hand. This lets changes and tracking be made quickly, making sure they are in line with the health and long-term viability of the network. The network will also need to be changed, which will be planned with the help of other validators and node managers. This was meant to be available to both you and me. We were meant to do it together. Someone who has access to these deployer wallets will now burn instead of us being in charge of it by hand. Automated changeover. In January, the process will change into a system that is run by computers. Several upgrades will be made during this time to make it more reliable and efficient. The automatic burn process will follow rules that have already been set, making it work better and be clearer. This set of rules will not change from the $25,000 in collected bone. I am sure of that. Good job. The question now is whether they will ever tell us how much bone they're building up. Right now, the information we have from Shibarium seems to be very correct. It's not from a government agency. They are definitely going to spread FUD about Shibarium. I'm sure they'll spread FUD about anyone who talks about burns, and they'll make the Shiba Inu group look bad for anyone who believes in someone other than them. But guys, all we want is for things to be clear. We just need some recognition. For years, people who use Shiba Inu coin have been asking for burns, and now the ecosystem team has finally given in. It's only because a project is making millions and millions of tokens through millions of trades that the ecosystem team has been able to help. Of course, they won't be able to keep these mints going unless they are making hundreds of thousands of dollars every day. Take a look. When you mint all of these tokens on the Shibarium network, you can't make as many as you want. First place. Second, though, money does not come in endless amounts. We are spending $1 every second at this rate, which means that someone needs to spend more than $1 every second. They need to be making more than $1 every second if they want to keep that up. If they don't, that pool will dry up and the burns will stop again. Guys, I want to know what you think about the change to burns that are done automatically. I think it will be great, but the ecosystem team needs to be more open about how they're figuring out how much bone has been collected.